one of the Grand Brony Gala, also known as the Doctor Who Invasion. Are you guys ready for Princess Celestia? Alright, she gave us this beautiful song this morning. She's going to continue to do it throughout the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nicole! Sun this morning.
Oh, well, you're welcome. It's just a little thing, you know.
Thank you. Well, there's a reason why you called us the Sunshine State.
Yes, yes.
I don't know why you keep making it so hot down here. That's the thing we're trying to figure out.
Well, you know, always a little bit of pain with a little bit of pretty, so.
Now your character is, well, not your
come closer, you're scaring me. You're so far away.
Now, aside from, obviously, cartoons, you've also done some video games as well, such as World of Warcraft and even Stargate Unleashed.
Yeah.
Is the voiceover acting different for video games than it is for cartoons?
Yeah, it hurts. Literally. Literally. You guys have favorite video games you like to play?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Like what? Like
RPGs.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Go doesn't count.
Yeah, no Pokemon Go while I'm talking, or I'll come and smash your phone. Because that's just not good manners, people. Yeah, video games are when you get a part, you get cast in a video game. You can be in there for days.
Really?
Because all the different outcomes, like you're doing something, right? There's many different outcomes. So
yeah, they have alternate endings.
and they have to, but just even. Sometimes when the character pops up and goes, you know, you can do better, or go faster, run harder, like all those different little commands that pop up. And you're like, oh my gosh, how do they know? We have to record all of them, and the game makers have tried to figure out like all the possibilities could be.
Yeah.
So when you go into a recording session, you could be there for hours just dying.
Oh.
Short death, long death. Like, what? Do you know? I'm gonna put you in the spot. How does it sound like when you die?
Well, considering I work at a hospital, I kind of have an idea.
Okay, so give me it's not real fast. Give me a short death, 3 seconds. Get louder though, it hurts.
How did I die?
You were stabbed. Thank you, stabbed.
Oh, damn.
Stabbed.
All right, I gotta make this sound as authentic as possible.
Screw.
Okay, great. In a session, you couldn't actually hit yourself because then that would pick up on the record. So you have to find a way to do that without really doing it. So now I want you to die longer. Same death, but it's going to be like 6 seconds, 7 seconds longer. So keep dying, and I'll tell you to stop. Go. Keep dying. Your death is a little short. Okay, keep dying.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Get off the jackass. With love. And then you do an even longer death, and you're like, how can you possibly make the death even longer? Yeah. And then you do screams, and you know, like, what if you were scared? What does a scream sound like?
Oh. Are we looking for maybe a heavy metal scream?
No, you're scared out of your mind, like B-movie scream. 2 seconds. Okay? 5 seconds. But it can't sound like you're like a death metal singer for days.
Well, that's kind of.
But you know, like, so you imagine you're doing that for a 4-hour session. It's really tiring. I gotta move this over here because every time I turn this way, you all can hear me, right? So, hi. There we go. So video games are quite exhausting and vocally exhausting.
Well, I
you know, and when you go in to do a cartoon session, I mean, your voice you're doing for your cartoon session is like this for 4 hours. At the end of 4 hours, you could still sound like this normally, right? Because you're doing constriction. But generally speaking, it's not that as taxing, I think, as video games. It's a whole other skill set, video games. I try and do them, get my bookings on a Friday, because then I'm toast for the week. I gotta sound like this for the rest of the week.
Now, your character was also recently the subject of one of the MLP chapter books by Miss G.M. Barrow called Princess Celestia in the Summer of Royal Ways, which is actually for sale right now at the Books A Millions booth, where you can actually purchase it and have her sign it for you like so.
Except what? Well, you know what? I will sign it if it goes to charity.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right on the logo there.
My little pony, my little... I have it in my head all the time. It's great.
The best way to get something out of your head is to sing it, so.
Yeah, well, y'all know I'm a karaoke freak, right?
Karaoke is a bit of a staple amongst fans.
Well, at least once a session, it's somewhere I'll break into Journey's Don't Stop Believing. So, I'm saying it might be a little early right now, but okay.
Hello, signing my name. Hello. Who am I? Here to see it. Hello. Okay. Hugging you.
When it's done.
Thank you! John Hopkins and All Children's Hospital appreciates it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, now have you had a chance to read this?
Well, I have a niece who's 5 years old, and I have another niece who's 21 years old, and they both read the book. And yeah, so I've read some of it. My niece, my 5-year-old niece, calls me Auntie Celestia. She came to a convention and her mind was blown. It was so awesome. Everyone was so friendly to her, but she was just like,
Auntie, what's going on?
Now,
it was so
now,
great.
do you have a nephew named Prince Blue Blood?
No, that I'll admit to, no.
Okay. Now, your character has also been featured quite heavily in the My Little Pony comic books. My personal favorite issue was Friends Forever #2, where she teamed up with Spike.
Yes.
Whenever they use your character, do they ever call you up for input on things that she might say or do?
Hell no. But you know what? I mean, we all try, all actors like to think we're so much more important than we really are. You know, we try and put our stamp on things. Like I remember recording season 1, the scripts were saying everyone and someone, and it was a couple, it was Tabitha and myself and Andrew, like, well, no, we wouldn't say that, or ladies and gentlemen, because we're ponies, like, right? So we don't know what humans are, right? So there was like, well, we would be some pony or Annie.
So was the actors who came up with some pony?
Well, we kind of, yeah, we came up in the room during the record, and then I think it was Jason, was it Jason Thiessen? Who was it back then? A bunch of it, we just all kind of spitballed, and that was fine. And that worked. But then a few years later, there was a scene. I like I have a good sense of humor, I really do. And I like having a lot of fun. And so I think at a convention, I threw out that someone asked me who Celestia used to date, and so I may have had a glass of wine before I answered the question. So my tongue was a little looser than it should have been, and I kept saying, well, I think back, you know, when she was maybe 500 years old, she was dating Discord because she went through a dark time. So that's where all that shifting came from. So then, and I said, well, you used to go bowling and they'd go to Legion and do meat draws and stuff like that. I thought it'd be kind of funny. And then Andy Price started drawing all this stuff. I love Andy. But in a recording session, there was, what's on TV right now?
Season 6.
Six.
Okay.
No, it's season 7, so you can talk about 6.
No, there's no 7. I can see 6. Okay, 6. Right. So there's a scene where she's sleeping, and she wakes up suddenly, and so she was snoring, you know. And I started, and so when one of the recorders like, oh, Discord, no. Right? And they got through the next few lines, and then Terry just went, no, we're going to take it back a couple of times. What? What's wrong with that? Why no? And Jason was like, no. Jim was like, no. all try. You know, sometimes we're successful, often we're not, but we like to try. We like to try.
All right, let's go ahead and open the floor for you guys here. Go ahead and form a line right down here in the center. If you guys want to ask any questions for Ms. Oliver, go ahead and get in line.
I feel like I'm a princess in a freaking throne. I'm gonna come sit down here. Is that okay?
Well, you are Princess Celestia.
Oh, I am, but you know, try telling my children that. No. Whatever, Mom. What's your problem, Mom? My kids are gonna freak out over that the call box out there. So
All right, what's your name? What's your name?
Ray.
Hi, Ray.
All right, Ray, go ahead.
Oh, I got two questions.
Yeah.
My first one is, do you ever get tired of people calling you princess all the time?
Hell no.
I figured.
Or heck no.
My second one is, it's a request for a line, but it's not from the episode. Do you know the sort of meme of Daymare's son, or like the evil version of Celestia in the fandom?
Maybe.
I was wondering if you could give us like a line of like maybe like a really evil sounding Celestia.
How about I'll do an evil laugh for you, but we won't call it an evil Celestia laugh because the Hasbro lawyers might jump down from the rafters. And
Yeah, they got this place surrounded.
Sit down, Ray!
All right, what's your name?
Kelly.
All right, Kelly. That's Princess Celestia.
Hey, is there a possibility of an episode where Celestia and Luna have a sister day together?
Is there?
Moose! In the room. I hope so. I always keep asking the writers. I'd love to see a little bit more of Celestia's backstory. And I like, you know, the little snippets we've seen of the sisters working together usually in dire times are kind of cool, right? So I am hopeful. How's that?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, one thing about the book, though, guys, I personally have read it myself, and the whole thing does take place around Celestia, so you get to see a bit more of her personality and how she interacts with her peers. All right, Nate?
Cooper?
All right,
Hi,
Cooper,
Cooper.
ask away.
Yeah, name's Cooper, been a fan since I was 17 or 16, and I've always wondered this ever since I first started watching the show, to you especially. One is, do you prefer voicing Celestia or Cheerly?
Oh, I like working. You know, I've been doing this a long time. I've been acting for 26 years now.
Oh, wow.
And I know I started when I was 2. Yeah, laugh away, chuckles.
Were you a star in a diapers commercial?
I did, yeah. So, I mean, I work on camera. That's how I started, right? I do TV shows and movies and all the rest of that. And cartoons and voiceover was something a mentor of mine suggested I get into. Because it's really hard to make a living as a performer. 1% of 1% of 1% actually make a living above the poverty line. So you better love what you're doing, because, you know, not all of us are Julia Roberts, but I just worked with Julia Roberts last week, and she's awesome. But I'll plug there. I'm part of there's a book called Wonder. Do you guys know the book Wonder? It's a adult youth book about a boy, it's a true story, massive deformities, and it's kind of, I think you guys will like it because his whole thing is kindness. Move forward with kindness. And he gets bullied, and so I play one of the moms of the boy who befriends. The little boy's played by the kid from Room, the movie Room, Trombley. Yeah. So I love working, but the thing about cartoons is it doesn't matter what you look like. So I could be a little boy, I could be a little girl, I could be a grandma, and it's really freeing. I like trying to choose between which of my children are better, and I just can't. So I love them both for different reasons. I like Cheerly because she's, you know, gets to do a little crazy thing. I mean, I got to be a cheerleader. That was good times.
You think they would have had like Big Mac fainting during that episode?
We tried. We talked. I keep trying. That's the other one, right? You know, those two together.
Yeah.
But, so I can't really choose. And I think if you ask most voiceover performers, they'd say they couldn't choose either. But I'm really happy for whatever one of my voices I do that make you happy.
Thanks.
So, you know? Yeah.
All right. All right, thank you.
Hope that answered your question.
Nate?
Annette.
Annette, ask away.
Hi, you play both Celestia and Cheerily, both very teacher, mentor characters.
Yeah.
Do you have experience teaching or mentoring people in real life?
Yeah, well, I believe in mentoring. It's a big part of my personal philosophy. I think it's important to give back. I think it's important to help. And I had some really amazing men and women who really helped me out when I was starting out in my teens and 20s. And teaching, yeah, I do teach. I have taught on off. I have my master's in communication, so I teach right now at a voice acting school my friend Michael Dangerfield has in Vancouver, and I love it because it's just normal people. There's some actors there too who come to brush up their chops a bit, but seeing people discover their potential is really cool.
Any relation to Rodney Dangerfield?
No.
Even in death, he gets no respect.
No. But I also
It says
did
on his tombstone, no respect.
no respect. Yeah. I also do Tree Hugger was very different than either of them. So
You did a tree hugger?
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Let's
Okay.
see.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All
Yeah.
right, what's your name?
John,
John, ask away.
there was an episode where there's this extremely awkward dinner between Celestia, Cranky, DJ Pound 3, and Derby. I didn't have a speaking part in that one, but what do you think was going on off camera?
Well, I'd like to think that Princess Slip, well, I always said she's a music freak, so I think they might have been talking about EDM and maybe 80s hits. One-off wonders, mashup, that's my thinking.
How does she get her hair to do that all the time?
I wish I knew. I tried. I say she Beyonce before Beyonce did, right?
Yeah.
She's got her own fan somewhere off to the side. Like if you could ever move the camera over, you'd see like a couple of guys just holding a fan, right? To get that thing going. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. You should see her hair in the movie. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, name?
Ethan.
Ethan?
Hi, Ethan.
Ask away.
I'm sure this has been asked before,
Yeah.
but just in case, how does it feel to have so many people call your character a troll?
Oh, well, I don't know. How would it feel if I called you a troll?
Well, considering he's filming this as he's asking the question,
I feel pretty good because I am one.
There you go. Good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
all right, name?
Justin.
Justin,
Hi,
nice to
Justin.
meet you, Justin. I'm Justin. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Even more. That's the third one to say.
We will take down Bieber.
Okay, sort of a quick joke one and more of a some serious one. So if Celestia ran away to start an 80s hair band, what would its name be?
Oh, wow. If Celestia ran away to join an 80s hair band, what would its name be? Celestia and the Sun Players?
Not bad, not bad.
Susie and the Banshees.
The real gem in the holograms?
The real no, can't cross the streams. Remember what happened to Ghostbusters. What else? Let me see. Well, do you like 80s music?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what are my favorite band's probably Simple Minds. Like, we love Simple Minds. Just yeah. And then I like the Cult. And then The Cure. Eurythmics, because Annie Lennox rocks. What about you? What's your favorite 80s bands?
Well, there's Bon Jovi and
Yes.
Journey.
Journey. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't stop believing. Hang on to that feeling.
Oh
Straight
yeah.
lines, people.
Okay, and then the more serious question.
Yeah.
Do you think Celestia really has friends? Like she has like mentors and staff, but does she have the people like she could like share a drink with or?
Yeah, I think her sister, for sure. Believe it or not, I think her sister. But does she have friends? I think she has, it's kind of, I've thought about it, and in my backstory, yes, she does. She's got a couple of people she can kind of share her feelings with, because if she doesn't, that's so sad. But it's also, sometimes if you look at, if you look at some really famous people in the world, you wonder, it's hard for them to have friends because people see them differently and don't really give them a chance to be who they are. And they're also scared to let people in sometimes because they don't want to be misunderstood or whatever. So I wonder if, Celestia's just been around for so long and has such hype about her that it might be a little harder for her to make friends. But mentoring is friendship as well, right?
All right.
There's an episode right there. Write the writers, write the writers, write the writers. Write to Hasbro.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Justin. All right, what's your name?
My name's Faith.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Nicole. I just want you to know that My Little Pony has been a big inspiration in my life, and it's been saving a bunch of others' lives too. Like there are others in high school, including myself, who has been bullied a lot and has been made fun of because I'm mildly autistic, which I am. And
Me too.
I'm just thankful for that it shows this right now.
Oh, Nicole.
You've got lots of friends in the fandom.
Oh, so sweet.
Thank you.
Oh, so sweet.
Okay, name?
Isaac.
Isaac? That's correct.
Isaac, come on up. Y'all are so far away.
My question is somewhat similar to what the other guy was talking about with the formality with Princess Celestia and how people are so kind of like distanced with her. Back in season 1, how she was messing with the cakes with the tea scene. Do you think she tries to make the guards' lives miserable by trying to mess with them in the same way?
Well, I don't think miserable. I think, one thing, I'm a bit of a practical joker.
Oh yeah, that's trying to do something like that.
And I think sometimes if you have to live such a structured life, sometimes it's fun to just do a little something, knock the wall down a little bit, as long as no one else gets hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was growing up with my brothers, I don't cheat their bed or put saran wrap over the toilet. That's
classic.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! Yeah, they had their own bathroom, so that's...
All right, what's your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, ask away.
Hi, Jonathan.
First off, Michelle Creeber can do a really good Celestia voice, so
Yeah,
you have some
she can keep trying.
Yeah,
Small one.
And I got some mileage out of this when I asked Daniel Ingram last year, but can you rap? Can you drop a verse?
Can I rap? Well, let me see. He said hip hop, hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop, rock it to the bang bang boogie. Said up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. I keep going. Purple and yellow. But first I gotta. Here's the song. Bang bang, boogie to the boogie, jump jump, boogie to the bang bang, boogie, let's rock. You don't stop, got the rhythm that'll make your body hop. What?
Can I jump a verse?
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Epic rock battle.
Hey, Epic Rock stops right there, so you win.
That's not gonna be long. Popo about to spit hot, self-taught, made a rock. Got a Gala, never try, hit the spot and can't rock. Brony's all gather round, thump your grooves to the ground. Vibing to this pony sound, pump the bass and drop it down. Pony, swaggery, riding dirty. Cross your eyes, we getting derby. Getting hype for season 6, we all love in my little pony. Beatbox on the mic so we can ride tight. All night over the side, gentle having mind and light, glowing lights like twilight. Pinky like the sauce of fright, dashing flood and shine fight. AK rarity and spike, games all here, the party's bumping. Flanks and rear shake to the bass thumping. Celestia, some parties over, it's tragic. Brony's forever, and friendship is magic.
Don't drop the mic. Never drop the mic. Unless you're the president of the United States. Dude, that's awesome. And it's amazing how that just came right off the top of your head.
I didn't.
Oh, you're supposed to play along. Come on.
He's a pro.
That was great. I love it.
All right, what's your name?
Devin.
Hi, Devin.
Devin, ask away.
All right, so you know how earlier you were talking about the little thing you tried to sneak in about Discord?
Yeah.
What kind of things have you been able to actually sneak into the show, if any?
Yes, give us some episodes so you can look for them.
Well, it's not so much sneak in, but you know the tree hugger. Oh, hey, that was me.
Yeah. Best song of the season.
There's all sorts of little things. I mean, Tabitha's the best one trying to rewrite the script on the fly, and we're like, oh, wait, but darling, this is not right. She's so great. Oh gosh, y'all do this to me. What else? Well, I try and humanize her as much as possible, and that always gets drawn back a little bit. You know, they want me to be the Beyonce hair flowing thing, right? So I'll carry it. It's a hard one. But every once in a while, you can see some or hear some. You will get to hear some different tones from her coming up for sure.
So that's just you coming up and rewriting the script on the fly then?
Not really. I think the one cool thing about this show for all the characters is the writers listen to the fans. And they really try and keep engaged with you guys, so yeah.
Yeah, I remember Andy Price actually said a panel, I think it was like maybe 3 years ago, that Hasbro is paying attention.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just one last thing. Have you ever, like, after a long recording session, have you ever got your voice stuck in character?
Not so much stuck in character, but I know my husband sometimes thinks there's other people in the house. It's like, is there someone here? It's like, oh, no, I'm just, yeah. I mean, all voice actors, to speak in our normal voice, not all, but for some of us, it's a little uncomfortable, right? Because we're so many different people. So we just go into different things all the time. Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, what's your name?
Joey.
Joey, ask away.
Hi, Joey.
So my question is, in terms of like the fandom and like your relationship with the fandom, are you able to like, do you get artwork sometimes and like get to listen to some of the songs and be able to hang up like Celestia pictures on your wall?
Well, I have. Yes, you guys are incredibly talented. It's one of my favorite things about the fandom is how the show has inspired so much creativity and artistic endeavors and work from people. I love it. I love it. One of the very first conventions I did in New York City. It was in the documentary where that gentleman gave me that picture of Celestia. It's framed in my office.
The Brony tail?
Yeah, it's framed in my office. So he used to draw beforehand in PTSD and was quite disconnected and was babysitting his niece. And I'm truncating the story, but he started drawing again and he decided to get in his car and drive out to New York to meet me to give me his picture that has inspired him to get back into what he loved. And as far as I know, I think he's doing that for a living now. So
yeah, he's in the military, right?
Yeah. So yes, I do, and people give me art. I bring it. It's home. Some I put up in my office wall. I have Ed's carvings downstairs of Cheerily and Princess Celestia. Yeah, I'm very grateful for everything. So I like to have reminders around me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, what's your name?
Kim.
Kim, ask away.
Do you have any like fun memories from recording the show from the past 6 years, like any kind of behind the scenes stuff we're allowed to know about?
Well, my favorite, and I say it almost all the time, is I truly love Peter New, and he's here, so most likely he and I will be in the bar when we're not working with you guys. I don't get to see him as often as I'd like unless we work together. But when we did Hearts and Hopes, that was just epically ridiculous. I just about peed my pants. Oh, I just about peed my pants. But the thing was, he was across. So when we record, like let's say this is the studio, kind of from where you are here. Mm-hmm. So we have like 4 mics here, and then a couple on the end, and then 4 down, and then this area here, it's all glass, and then that's the control room where the soundboard is, the engineer, and everybody. And so we can't hear them unless they have to talk back on. They can hear us all the time, so you need to be careful what you say. That's where my lesson, don't say anything out loud unless you're willing to own it. And so Peter was kind of right where you are, and I was across the U from him doing this stuff. And you have to stand in front of you, the microphone, And you don't memorize your lines, which is really great, but you do need to be familiar with the script and everything so you can lift it off the page so it doesn't sound read. And this stuff started going, and I think one of the things was they continue. And there was nothing else written, it just said they continue. And so Peter and I just continued and tried to break each other up. And we tried not to look, if I looked over to the control room, they're all, heads are down, they're crying, they're laughing. And, you know, Ashley and other people in the studio are just like, oh my God, trying not to laugh out loud, because if they laugh out loud, they ruin the take, and we have to do it again. We had to do it a couple times anyway, but that was probably, with the show, one of the most fun times I've had, yeah. Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of that talk right now?
God, it's too early, shmoopy-doopy-doopy-doo. I'll get there.
I'll get there. Don't you worry.
Alright, what's your name?
My name's Jacob.
Jacob? Ask away.
Alrighty, so first off, you are awesome. I love your personality. You're
Oh,
really
thanks.
cool. Second of all, do you play any instruments? Because I know you're a fan of 80s, so do you like play any instruments like piano, guitar, or anything like that?
I play piano. I have my grade 9 conservatory. I'm way out of practice. My husband's a musician. He's actually a composer. Yeah, and he played in bands, and he plays bass.
Awesome.
So we keep joking that our retirement package thing is going to be, we're going to be cruise ships. I'm not kidding. So the other night we were just going to, well, what would we play? What songs would we play? So we started coming up with a really random playlist, yeah.
That's awesome.
Tony and Steele. Love will keep us together.
Awesome. My second question is, what got you into acting in general?
Well, I was going to be a lawyer. Yeah. Yeah. I actually did really well in school. I finished high school when I was 16. I skipped a bunch of grades, but I got bullied too. Quite badly. I broke the bully's nose in grade 5, which I'm not super proud of, but it just gone too long, you know, and I just kind of, but it was an important lesson in learning how to fight back, but learning how to fight back without violence is a really powerful lesson to learn. But I was going to be a lawyer, and then I did this school play. I used to be a dancer. I started dancing when I was 3, and ballet and jazz. I was on point when I was 8, you know, the point shoes? Yes. And because of that, I have arthritis head to toe, and my left knee is not really quite held together, and I'm rocking these high heels, I don't care. But, so I knew dancing couldn't be a career, and I really wanted it to be, but it couldn't. And then I did the school play, and I remember saying my first line, and that's it. I was in the applause, and I was hooked, and so my parents, I said to them, I don't think I want to go on the path to try and get into law school. I think I want to be an actress. And my dad said, well, the worst thing you could ever say is what would have happened if. So you go for it, but you got to go to school. So I went to a university and studied, and then I haven't looked back. 26 years later, I'm making a living at it. I have a house.
All right, you again.
Yes, me again.
Welcome back.
Hello.
And by the way, you actually said this was your first Brony convention.
Yes, this is my first pony convention and my first ever whole 3-day con.
Congratulations.
All right, welcome.
So I have actually, you just said you do piano. I just finished a college course in music theory.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I can say cadences really kicked my flank pretty much. Yeah. So my question, I hope it doesn't make you mad. We know that you kind of hate the sun butt thing.
Oh, I don't hate it. I started it, people. Do you even know that?
Really?
Yeah, I started it. Yeah, I don't hate it. I started it. And Nick's here who bought the t-shirt in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do have a really great sense of humor. Where I draw the line is when any of the humor goes too sexual, especially when there's young kids around. That's when those are my boundaries. They're pretty tight, and I think they're pretty well known in the fandom as well. But, oh yeah, I mean, I also have a bit of a potty mouth. I'm in Sausage Party, so. How's that for a mind blow?
That releases this weekend.
Yeah.
Sausage Party releases this weekend.
Can you tell us about the
And Kelly's in Sausage Party as well.
Oh yeah. Can you tell us about the characters you play?
Yeah, I play Sally Bunn. I play Kirsten Wiig's friend. She's a hot dog bun.
Oh,
and I play Sally Bunn, who's the squish bun at the bottom of the package. She's squished, and she ends up getting together with Michael Cera's hot dog.
Oh, okay, okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I play the ice cream, and I play the watermelon, and I play a female shopper at the end in this epic kind of war battle. Do you know the concept of the movie?
Yeah.
Basically, food figures out it gets eaten, and it decides to fight back and locks the humans in the supermarket. And so at the end, it was tons of fun to do. Yeah.
That's a commercial.
So, about Sunbat, no, I have a sense of humor about it. I started it, and we had the thing where everyone had their flanks and as their Twitter thing, and with Guy, he goes by Guy Ethersome. And we did a T-shirt, and Nick was kind enough to help bid it up and pay for it. And we did over $1,200 to the suicide prevention in San Francisco. $1,700.
All right, awesome.
No, I'm not angry about it. The only thing that pushes me over the edge of it is the banana thing because of the origin and because and then when kids start asking me about it, it makes me a little uncomfortable, and that's when I say to parents, you need to do your research and really know what your children are looking at on the internet.
That's actually what I was going to ask.
So I answered it for you. There you go.
Yeah, so you don't really like the Trollestia meme with the...
Oh, I hate it. It's terrible. I mean, why? I mean, it's disrespectful. I find it is. I think it's very disrespectful. I mean, if you find it funny, awesome. I love things that make people laugh. But for me, it's like I love her, and I take a lot of pride in her, and you can't help what people say about you behind your back, right? Like it's a bullying lesson. So all you can say is, okay, if it makes you feel better and whatever, great. But I don't have to. I won't judge or condemn you for it. I'll just let you know those are my boundaries, and I just ask people to respect them.
Fair enough. So you're okay with people calling you Sunbud?
Oh yeah! Just be prepared. I will come up with an equally colorful nickname for you.
Okay, what's his then?
I'll figure it out.
Princess Sunbud.
There you go. Love it. I have no problem with that one.
And I don't know, hopefully this won't take too long, but you guys were discussing like why Princess Celestia seems kind of distant and may not have friends or something like that. I was kind of figuring out a headcanon that she's probably immortal. She's been around for at least over 1,000 years, which is several ponies' lifetimes. I would imagine that probably in the beginning, maybe, probably before Luna was banished, she probably was friendly and she probably did make friendships, but these ponies, they grew up, they got old, and they passed. And I suppose, just repeated having to go through that probably just made her distant and she just didn't want to have that kind of relationship with ponies anymore. She just didn't want to have that.
If you have, that's a great thing, saying goodbye to somebody is really hard.
Yeah,
and so sometimes it's easier just to not say hello.
Yeah.
But that's a great lesson, right? Even that when you do say hello to someone, amazing things can happen. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of truth in it. As an actor, when you get a character, you have the script, and that's what the writers want you to embody and make sure it comes through in the performance, whether it's live action or whether it's animation. And if it's based off of something, a true story or something, then you have the benefit of being able to research real people and all the rest of it. But what actors have to do is fill in the blanks. What's the moment before? What's the moment after? The writers don't tell us that, but we have to figure it out so that our performance makes sense, right?
So you've gotten a lot of stuff from us, the fandom, to kind of fill in some of those blanks then.
I love listening to all of your thoughts and ideas. I think it's fantastic. I have some of my own. Some of my own I'll share, and some of my own, they're my own. I'm going to keep them to me. But for the most part, things that you guys have heard probably have come from all of us, because all of us have been doing conventions. We're so thankful for them for quite some time and have had a lot of opportunity to speak to a lot of you. And so the conversations that are happening are quite cool. And where they start from, could be a little bit of me, a little bit of you, a little bit of, it's just a nice big mashup.
Thank you. You are really awesome.
Oh, thanks, Ray. Thank you.
Hi, hello, what's your name?
My name is Red Card.
Red Card.
Yeah. Okay. I came all the way down from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Have I met you before?
Yes.
Yes, I have. Hi, how are you?
I first met you at BronyCon in 2013 and again at Everfree Northwest a year ago.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice
Hi.
to see you again too. This question is regarding coinciding current events. If Princess Celestia were an Olympic athlete,
Yeah.
which sport would she be in?
That scares me. That camera scares me. If Princess Celestia was an Olympic athlete, what sport would she be in?
Weightlifting.
Cake eating? No. Oh, y'all gonna answer for me now? Okay.
Pie eating? Cake eating? Pie cake eating?
Well, I would, just because it's so weird, think about it, swimming.
Swimming.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, personally, I love watching the swimming. And one of our Canadian swimmers, Penny, she's 16. She's won gold, and she's won silver and 2 bronze. She's 16 years old. So inspiring. So fast. So fast. And then Michael Phelps, it's fun to watch his comeback tail.
22.
You know?
22 gold medals.
Yeah, it's fun to watch his comeback tail. And then if not swimming, I'd say gymnastics, because that's just, again, mind-boggling. And having been a dancer, I sort of can understand some of the conditioning required to be able to do that and make those things look easy. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
I love the Olympics. I have, you know, that's one thing, like, I need to be able to get my Olympic fix in. So, oh, I love it.
All right, what's your name?
Same way.
Daniel.
Daniel, that's quiet.
All right.
Hey, Daniel, come up closer again. You guys are all drifting to the back.
There we go. Yeah, so been wondering, is this your first time in Florida? Like, I understand that you do travel a lot for conventions and for...
Well, no, it's my first time in Tampa. I've been in South Beach.
Yeah, you were.
I've been in Miami for a convention, and I've also been in Miami for fun. Because it's a fun town. The last time I was in Orlando, I was 14. We used to drive down. My dad, mom, and my brothers and I would drive down to Disney World.
From Vancouver?
No, from Toronto.
Oh, okay.
That's still a drive.
It's still a drive. You know, with kids, it was like 3 days or something.
And quick follow-up, is there any other events in Florida you're planning on going to in the future?
Well, I just was at Universal Studios for 4 days, and I saw Blue Man Group, and I had so much
What do you think of the Wizarding World of
fun.
Harry Potter?
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. It's so epic. Like, for those who haven't, is there anyone who has not gone? Or it's beautiful. Like, you feel like you are there. We went into Ollivander's first thing. We had the early passes, so we could go in early, and my son William got chosen by the wand man to get a wand, and it was hysterical. The wind went up and all this sort of stuff, and William was just standing there going, what's happening? And they got wands, and then they were running around, and there's these markers on the ground where you stand and you do spells and things happen, and that was just so great and interactive.
Yeah, they're actually adding to it.
I know, the rides were great. I almost vomited in the... So I am actually not good on roller coasters, and I'm not good in confined spaces. I'm claustrophobic, right? But I didn't want to whip out in front of my kids, so I took a bunch of gravel and got on the ride, and it was okay, but the Hogwarts one was wicked. I liked Gringotts. Gringotts was okay. I think my favorite ride, though, was...
Jurassic Park?
Well, yeah, because it was really hot, so I just kept going back through that one. It just get wet all the time. The log ride was the Transformers. Yes. Yeah, I thought that was really well done. Yeah, it was a little creepy when the sides came down, but I was in the front middle, so I was okay. But it was really, really, really well done. And the fire, the water, anything with water was, well, you know, hot, right?
Yeah. Too hot.
Hot.
King Kong?
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, Spider's deodorant.
All right.
Hey Nicole, I'm back again.
Hi.
And I know it says to be short, so I'm going to make it super quick. Since I've been watching you and My Little Pony, it has inspired me to become an inspired voice actress as well. Yay. And right now, I know it's not voice acting, so I'm not saying it. I'm doing 2 My Little Pony audios.
Awesome.
I'm singing as Birdie in one of them.
Cool.
And of course now playing as you, so please don't cry.
I won't.
I'm back playing as Princess Luna.
Okay.
I'm playing Scootaloo.
Okay.
And I'm also playing Starly Glimmer.
Awesome.
And also Lyra too. Since
I love
my
it.
favorite, I had to add her.
I love it.
Thank you for that hug.
Well, you're welcome, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Mark Gascoigne.
Hi.
Speed round question. What's your favorite Ms. Tabitha cookie that she brings into the
Oh, I hate her for those. It's like 30 pounds, I swear, over the last 20 years she's responsible for. No, those who don't know, Tabitha, well, she's one of my favorite people. She's so generous. She's so talented. She brings in baked goods for every recording session. Sometimes she'll make them. She made these brownies out of lentils. I know it sounds weird. It was fantastic. She always brings juice from herbs and stuff from her garden, so I often mooch that. Ginger cookies. She brings these ginger cookies in from, there's a couple of bakeries she stops at and just gets stuff. So, your Valentine's Day, there's Valentine's Day cookies. Your Easter, there's little chickens and little eggs. Yeah, so she's really sweet that way. But I'm trying not to eat too much sugar. My only sugar is a glass of wine or two, so I'm on a bit of a health kick. I've been working out a lot, so I'm not joking.
All right.
He'll go first.
Okay, back again.
You joked about how Celestia, they think they're scoring. So, what's her type?
What's her type?
Yeah.
She's a bad boy.
Oh.
I think. A little bit, for somebody who has to be so bright and sunny, probably somebody who's a little bit sarcastic and walks on the wild side is not a bad thing.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I'm talking about myself.
Okay, this comes from my friend Trent asked me to ask this to you because unfortunately he couldn't make it.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of the Equestria Girls movies?
I'm happy to be in them.
I like them.
I'm very happy to be in them. You know what? I think they're cute. I think the cool thing about the fandom or how it's all diversifying. I love diversification. I love options. That's probably my favorite word that exists is options. And so I think what it does is it gives something for everybody. And that the fandom, that's why it can be so diverse and there's a place for everybody. That's really what the show's about. So I don't have anything really negative to say, but that's just kind of my personality. I'd rather dwell in the things. You don't like them, I take it?
No, I love them.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
He doesn't.
But your friend Trent doesn't?
No, I'm asking if your friend does.
Does your
He
friend?
does.
Oh, he does. Yeah. No,
yeah, we're both big fans.
Yeah, well, they're great. I mean, it's fun to see her as a human.
Sure. Yeah, we can't wait for Legends of Everfree.
And,
can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
October 1st.
Netflix only.
Actually, it's really good. You know, like, I mean, the script's really good, actually. You know, and sometimes you're like, what? Sometimes, guys, scripts aren't always that great. Right? I mean, that's just, the writers do their best. Sometimes our performances aren't that great. And we all do our best, and that's why we have directors. So, but I remember reading that script and going, oh, this is a good story. This is cool. I think it's really gonna grab people.
All right.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Right.
Cool.
Everyone, let's thank Nicole over for joining us today.
Thank you, everybody. Every pony.
Now, what's that, the box? The TARDIS.
Yes.
Because my children's brains are going to explode. Who is running, what is that? Just like you're going to be a picture taken there?
Yeah, there's a gentleman outside in an old school Doctor Who's outfit.
Okay.
That belongs to.
That's redonk. I have to go look at that. I have to go look at that.
Step into his TARDIS.
I'm going to.
Thanks, everybody.